I am sitting on the cracked wooden bench outside the River Birch Wellness Center, the one that smells faintly of cedar chips and eucalyptus, when I decide to tell the truth. The therapist, a thin woman with silver hoops the size of nickels, has just asked us to list one thing we admire about each other. I watch my husband, Nolan, shift on the folding chair beside me. He is 36, wears the same navy windbreaker he bought at an REI clearance 4 years ago, and he is rubbing the edge of his left thumbnail the way he does when he is nervous. I open my mouth and what comes out is, I admire that you keep trying, even though your music career is embarrassing. The air in the courtyard seems to still. A sparrow lands on the iron railing, chirps once, then flies away. Nolan's hand drops to his lap. The therapist blinks twice, opens her notebook, closes it again. I feel a flicker of triumph finally, something real in these pastel sessions. Then I see the color drain from Nolan's face, the way his freckles suddenly look darker against his pale skin. He stands. The metal chair scrapes the brick. Thank you for the honesty, he says, voice flat. He does not look at me. He walks past the koi pond, past the bamboo arch, and out the gate. The latch clicks shut behind him. I roll my eyes at the therapist. He is being dramatic, I say. We are in therapy to get things out in the open, right? She just stares at me, the hoops catching the late afternoon sun. That night I eat pad thai on the balcony of our loft on 12th and Main, scrolling Instagram. The skyline glows orange. I text Nolan dinner is getting cold. No reply. I tell myself he is probably at the studio, sulking. I double lock the door and go to bed with the comforter pulled over my head like a shield. 2 days later I find his guitar gone from the stand in the corner. The little ceramic dish where he drops his keys is empty. I call his best friend Theo, who answers on the second ring. Have you seen Nolan? I ask. A long pause. He asked to crash on my couch, Theo says. He will call you when he is ready. Are you serious right now? I laugh, but it comes out thin. We had one fight. Theo sighs. It was not one fight, Mara. It was the last straw. I stand in the middle of the living room, sunlight slashing across the floorboards, and realize the apartment is too quiet without the faint metronome tick that always leaked from his headphones. I feel a twinge, but I squash it. He will be back. I try the usual tricks. I send a playlist of songs we used to play on road trips. I leave voicemails that start breezy and end desperate. I even show up at Theo's loft with 2 cups of overpriced Ethiopian coffee. Nolan opens the door in yesterday's t-shirt, hair sticking up, and the sight of him unkempt makes something inside me soften. I miss you, I say, offering the cup. He takes it but does not drink. I need time, he says. I need space. Space is for astronauts, I joke, nudging his shoulder. He does not smile. I leave the coffee on the step and walk away, furious at myself for caring. Word spreads. At the Saturday farmers market, where I am buying peaches, my friend Leela corners me between the honey stall and the mushroom guy. I heard what you said to Nolan, she says, arms crossed. That was brutal. I shrug. He has been playing open mics for 8 years. Someone had to tell him. Leela shakes her head. You did not have to humiliate him in front of a stranger. I bite into a peach so I do not have to answer. Juice runs down my chin. Theo posts a photo on social media 3 weeks later, Nolan on stage at the Blue Lantern Lounge, guitar slung low, eyes closed, a single spotlight catching the sweat on his forehead. The caption reads, proud of this guy for booking his first paid Friday residency. 173 likes. My stomach knots. I text him congrats. We should celebrate. He reads the message, does not reply. I drive past the lounge that night. The neon sign buzzes red. I hover near the doorway watching strangers clap as Nolan launches into a slow, aching cover of The Wait. His voice is rough, honest, better than I ever admitted. I feel a sudden stab of fear. What if he actually makes it without me? I push the thought away. He is still my husband. I send flowers to Theo's address. I write a card. I was wrong. Let me make it right. The next day the bouquet is returned to my doorstep, wilted, a note tucked between the stems not ready. Summer tilts into fall. I see them at the Midtown Street Fair, Nolan and a woman with lavender hair and a vintage camera slung around her neck. She laughs at something he says, touches his elbow. I freeze, cotton candy melting in my hand. He spots me, lifts his chin in a polite nod, then turns back to her. I walk the long way home, heart hammering against my ribs. I corner him after his set the following week. The alley behind the club smells of beer and wet asphalt. Who is she? I demand. Her name is Elise, he says. She manages the venue. He leans against the brick wall, arms folded. The streetlight casts shadows under his eyes. Are you sleeping with her? That is not your business anymore. His voice is quiet, final. I feel something crack inside me. I made one comment, I say, one stupid comment. He pushes off the wall. You made that comment every day for years, just not out loud. He steps closer. You never came to a single show. You rolled your eyes when I practiced. You told our friends I was wasting my life. He exhales. I stayed because I loved you. But I am done auditioning for scraps of respect. I reach for his sleeve. He steps back. Goodbye, Mara. The divorce papers arrive by certified mail. I sit on the rooftop of the loft, wind whipping my hair, and stare at the black and white words until they blur. I sign them on the ledge, pen shaking. Nolan's first album drops the next spring. The cover is a grainy shot of him on stage, eyes closed, guitar in hand. Pitchfork gives it a 7.8. Spotify pushes it on their Indie Rise playlist. I listen in the dark, headphones tight, and hear every lyric he never said to my face. When I reach the last track, the one titled Exit Wound, I have to pull over on the side of the highway because I cannot see through the tears. I sell the loft. I move into a studio above a bookstore on the east side. I go to open mics alone, sit in the back, clap too hard for every nervous singer. Sometimes I see Elise in the crowd, always with a camera, always smiling. I never see Nolan. I am 34 now. The peach trees bloom again, pink petals drifting onto the pavement like confetti after a party I was not invited to. I stand outside the Blue Lantern, flyer taped to the door announcing Nolan's sold out Saturday night. My reflection in the glass looks small, uncertain. I think of the boy who once played me songs in our living room, the one I stopped listening to long before I spoke the words that sent him away. I walk home under the streetlights, clutching the regret so tight it leaves marks on my palms.